Hello everyone, this is Shruti Saxena Das. In today's video, we are going to discuss about TCP header format. In the previous video, we have already discussed about the features of TCP protocol, then why do we need this protocol, how this protocol works. So all these things we have already discussed in the previous video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the header format of TCP. So TCP is a reliable protocol as it establishes a connection before sending any data, and everything it sends is acknowledged by the receiver. So connection is established and then data is transferred. Once the data is transferred, then connection is terminated. So everything is done by rule. So here we are going to discuss about TCP header. So basically what happens that when the data is received from the above layer, this TCP at transport layer receives the data and attaches header TCP. If it is using TCP, then it attaches TCP header. If it is using UDP, then it attaches UDP header. So here it attaches header to the data which it has received, and this whole block is known as segment. Okay, now see what is the format of your TCP header. So we are having so many fields in the TCP header. TCP header is basically of 24 bytes. So the first field over here is source port address and destination port address. Okay, so this is the first row which contains source and destination port addresses. Okay, so basically this field contains the address of application program in the source system, source computer or source system, and this field contains the address of application program in destination computer. Port address basically means what is the address of the application or which process is used. So here it is of 16-bit and destination is also of 16-bit. So basically each row is of 4 bytes. Okay, the second row is sequence number. Okay, so in transport layer we focus on port addresses. The first row is containing addresses of source and destination. The second field is the sequence number, and this sequence number is of 32 bits. Sequence number basically indicates how much data is sent during TCP session. Okay, so it might be containing number of segments, so each segment is given a sequence number. So a stream of data which you are receiving from above layer is divided into multiple segments, and each segment is given one sequence number. So this basically tells the position of data in the original stream. Okay, so we need to remember that. I'll write it over here. Sequence, about sequence number, that it indicates how much data is sent. During TCP session. Session means each session contains all the 3 phases: connection establishment, then data transfer, and then connection termination. So in each session how much data is sent, and it also tells about the original position, tells about the position of data, okay, in the original stream. So sequence number basically tells about the position of data. Then the next is acknowledgement number. Acknowledgement number. acknowledgement number, this field also contains also consists of 32 bits, and this acknowledgement number basically it specifies the sequence number that receiver is expecting to receive. Okay, once the sender has sent one data or one segment, and then receiver must be expecting to receive the next segment, so this acknowledgement number must be specifying that sequence number which is coming next. So acknowledgement number means it specifies the sequence number that receiver is expecting to receive. Receiver is expecting. Basically its value is current sequence number plus 1. Okay, so the next sequence number which receiver is expecting. So current sequence number plus 1 will be the value of this acknowledgement number. The next field is the header length. Header length is of 4 bits. I'll write about the full row. Then some reserved bits are there for future use. Okay. Then some control fields are there. That we'll discuss. And then we are having window size. Window size is of 16-bit. Okay, we'll discuss about this thing. Then we are having checksum, 16-bit, and urgent pointer. This is also of 16-bit. And then at the last we are having options. Okay, this is basically the additional information for the receiver. Padding. This is from 0 to 40 bytes. Okay, bytes. Okay, this reserve bit is of 6 bits. And then we'll discuss about control fields. These are the 6 control fields which we use. Each field is of 1 bit, so total is of 6 bit. Okay, so we have already discussed about acknowledgement number. Next is header length. Header length basically it tells about the size of your TCP header. What is the size of your TCP header? So it basically depends. See, in every header, first 5 rows are necessary. First 5 means your source port address, destination port address, your sequence number, acknowledgement number, then header length, window size, checksum, urgent pointer. So these 5 rows are necessary. So what happens here, that see what will be the minimum length of your, just a second, I'll adjust it. So what will be the minimum length? Minimum length will be, because 5 rows, and you must have seen that each row consists of 4 bytes. Okay, 16-bit port address, 16-bit destination port address, so total of 4 bytes. 2 byte, 2 byte. Sequence number, again 32-bit means 4 bytes. So here what will happen, that minimum length will be your 5 rows into 4 bytes. So total of 20 bytes. And what will be the maximum length? Maximum length will be, see, first 5 rows are always used. But if you are using the 6th row also, which is options and padding, so this row, as I said, that this row is of size is of 0 to 40 bytes. So if it is maximum, if we are considering maximum length, then we'll consider the maximum value of this field. So maximum value is 40 bytes. So see, minimum length is 20, plus if suppose this option field is used, then we'll add 40 for this. At the max you can have 40 bytes, so total is 60 bytes which can be used. Okay, so this is the header length, which tells about the size of TCP header. Minimum can be 20 byte, maximum can be 60 byte for this TCP header. The second is reserved bits. Reserved bits are basically used, see this thing, second one is, this one is reserved bits. Reserved bits means that these are used for the future purpose. So reserved means, reserved bits means for future purpose. Okay, then we are having the next field, which is your control field. So control field, these control fields or control field, or we call it control bits basically. So field or bits, these are basically used in establishing connection or sending data or terminating connection. Okay, so these are used for in establishing connection or sending data, if you are sending data, or if you are terminating connection. So all these bits are, all these flags or all these bits are single bits. Okay, so 6 control bits are used for this purpose. Each control bits are of single bit. So sending data or terminating connection. Okay, terminating connection. So these are used for this purpose. What are the control bits which are used? So next we are going to discuss the control bits. Let's see, the first one which is used is urgent. Okay, it is written with URG. So URG means that this bit will be set to 1. This will be set to 1 if the data in the segment is urgent. So if you want to prioritize any data, then in that case you have to set this bit to 1. Okay, so you can see in the header also we are having urgent pointer. So if you are setting this field as 1, then only you have to give the value of the urgent pointer. Okay, so it is set to 1 if the data in the segment is urgent. Okay, so you can give priority to that data. The second is ACK. This is for acknowledgement. So this field, if this is set to 1, that means if acknowledgement number is valid. So if this acknowledgement number is given, then that will be validated by this control bit. So this is set to 1 if acknowledgement number is valid. Okay, then the third one is PSH. This is for push. This is a push bit. It is for basically for the sender to inform that higher throughput is needed. Okay, so if this is set to 1, then if higher throughput is needed from sender. Higher throughput is needed means that data should be transmitted immediately. Okay, so there should be no wait for filling entire buffer. Simply data should be sent. So if higher throughput is needed, then simply you have to push the segments. Then the next field control bit which is used is RST. This is for resetting the TCP connection. So suppose any recoverable error occurs, so in that case this field is set to 1. Okay, so this is set to 1 if reset is needed. So basically what it does, it in case of any confusion regarding sequence numbers or any other thing, simply it terminates the connection and restart. Okay, so it reset the TCP connection if this bit is 1. Next is SYN. So we have seen in the previous video also that we were using ACK at the time of handshaking. We were using SYN, we were using ACK. So SYN is used to synchronize. Okay, do you want to start the communication or not? So if this is set to 1, if set to 1, then it indicates receiver that sequence number is which is given over here. Okay, it indicates receiver that the sequence number contained in TCP header is initial one. Okay, that means the sender wants to initiate the communication. So it's an initial sequence number. Okay, then the 6th one and the last one is FIN. This also we have seen in the previous video. At the time when two of the systems which were communicating, if any of them wants to finish the communication or wants to terminate, so this is basically used for connection termination. Okay, if any of the system wants to terminate the connection, it will set this FIN field to 1. Okay, so basically it is used to inform the receiver that sender wants to finish the connection or finish sending data. Sender has finished sending data, so simply connection will be terminated if you will send this flag or this bit is set to 1. Okay, so these are the control bits which are used in this header. The next one is window size. Window size means size of receiving window of sender. Okay, so this signifies the size of receiving window of sender. How much data sender can receive without acknowledgement, basically. Okay, so without acknowledgement, how much data sender can receive, sorry, sender can send. So how much, I'll write it down, how much data sender can send without acknowledgement. Okay, so basically size of sending video window hoga. Okay, just a second, it must be sending window of sender, because we are discussing about sender, that means sending window of the sender. Okay, how much data sender can send without receiving any acknowledgement from the receiver. So this is about window size. The next one is checksum. Checksum field is used for error detection. So basically what happens, that sender adds CRC checksum, it computes checksum and add it over here, and then when this segment is received at that receiver end, then it again computes the checksum, and if it is same, then no error is detected. So basically it is used for error detection. Okay, next is urgent pointer. What do you mean by urgent pointer? Urgent pointer basically tells about the last urgent data byte or where the urgent data ends. So this pointer basically tells where your urgent data. See, if URG control bit is set to 1, that means the data which you are sending is urgent, and where this urgent data ends. This pointer tells about that information. So how it computes that where data ends? So end of urgent byte will be calculated with the help of the sequence number of the first byte in the segment. So simply you need to use the sequence number of first byte, whatever segment you are sending. So for the first byte in the segment, what is the sequence number which is used? Plus urgent pointer. So if you'll use the value of this urgent pointer, then simply you can calculate where your urgent data ends. Okay. So basically this urgent pointer indicates how much data in the current segment, okay, counting from the first data byte, is urgent. Okay, so how much data is urgent? This field tells about this thing. Last one is options and padding. As I said that this one is used for, I'll write it down, that options and padding, this field, this is not necessary. This you can use or may not use depending on the additional information if you want to provide to receiver. Then in that case this field is used. So this field, that's why see the size is written as 0 to 40 byte. So in case you don't want to provide any additional information, then size will be 0, this whole row won't be there, and in case you want to provide, then maximum size is 40 bytes. So this is the additional information which you want to give to the receiver. I'll write it here only, additional info, okay, for receiver. Fine. So you need to remember about these fields. Once again I'll focus on this, that we are having source port address and destination port address. Okay, I hope everything is visible. So we are having source port address and destination port address. So this will tell about the addresses. Okay, only this one is left which I have not written, so I will mention it over here. So address of applications or processes which are running on the systems. So address of the application in destination program or destination system. So address of application and destination, this is address of application and source. Sequence number, it will indicate the position of data in the stream of bytes. Acknowledgement number will specify that the particular segment contains acknowledgement. If ACK field is set to 1, then only this acknowledgement number will be valid. Then we are having header length. We have seen that maximum and minimum length of this header length. Then some reserve bits are there. Then we are having 6 control bits. Okay. Then window size is there to tell about how much data a sender can send without receiving any acknowledgement. Then we are having checksum for error detection, and if in case the data which you are sending is urgent, if URG field in control bit is set to 1, in that case how much data is urgent, that can be computed using urgent pointer. Okay, and then in case you want to send some additional information for receiver, then that can be included in the last row, which is options and padding. So I hope this must be clear. In case of any confusion, you can post your queries in the comment box. Thank you so much.